What's going on, YouTube? Ferocity here. Hope you guys are doing well. Call of Duty is in its renaissance era right now, and I'm not talking about the modern line of games. I'm talking about the Call of Duty legacy games. The games that were fixed on the Xbox servers after Activision went in, once their merger with Microsoft was complete, and decided to revitalize these old games. And I'm going to be honest with you, this has been one of the best experiences I've had in gaming in a very long time. This is the breath of fresh air I've been waiting for. Yes, I've played these games for hundreds of hours in the past, but it feels like I'm hopping into a lively community again. A community that's not all about negativity and trying to one-up one another. It's a community that's just out here trying to have fun. The amount of people that have hopped into lobbies and just said, I can't believe it's true. I can't believe this is real. This is so much fun. The amount of people I've reconnected with who I hadn't played Call of Duty with for years are now hitting me up to come play Modern Warfare 2 or playing Black Ops 2 or whatever it might be, because these games hold a very special place in our hearts. And revitalizing the legacy and providing it an opportunity to grow has been so healthy for the Call of Duty community. It feels as if this community, and I'm going to use this word again, is united when it comes towards these older games. And I'm really hoping that Activision is taking a look at what's going on with this revitalization of these legacy games and thinks that, maybe there's some components of these games that we can port over into the next Call of Duty games so that they can have that same legacy feeling. Because I'll be honest with you, one of my favorite parts about playing the older games, these legacy games, is how fast you get into matches. If you're having a bad time, hop out of one match, get right back into another. Different map, still fun, and it's not that big of a deal. The lobbies, actually being able to interact with other members of this community has been what's been missing from Call of Duty for far too long. The disbanding of lobbies does not help anyone. And on top of that, the disbanding of lobbies leads for longer wait times, leads for less enjoyable games, whereas you're constantly staying with the same people for 3, 4, 5 matches. It's a lot of fun. I forgot about what it was like to not have the disbanding lobby situation. I think Call of Duty needs to bring that back. And also, the fact that the gameplay itself is just immersive and fun. It's been so long since I've sat there and enjoyed myself to the level that I'm enjoying myself. I just lose myself playing for 3, 4 hours, when normally it's difficult for me to get through 3 or 4 games before I get bored and log off, because the games just don't provide the same level of immersion. They don't provide the same level of enjoyment. Whereas these legacy games do something different. I don't know what it is. I don't know what that special spice is that Modern Warfare 2 has over me, or what COD 4 is able to do, but I'm able to just sit there and play mindlessly for hours, not care about my KD, not care about much else, but just enjoy the experience. I think it's just the fact that the Call of Duty formula was really well perfected at this point in time, and as time's gone on, they've been trying to mix things in to innovate, and it just hasn't worked. And they haven't been able to recapture the perfection of the Call of Duty formula for these games. Yes, there's frustrating parts about these games. The same way that Modern Warfare 2 in modern era has problems, the older games do as well. I could outline them for you pretty easily here. Second Chance in Black Ops 1. Big issue. Death streaks and noob tubes in Modern Warfare 2. Black Ops 2 snipers and shotguns. They all have their problems, but the good always outweighs the bad, and that's been the difference between the older Call of Duty games and the modern era Call of Duty games, where I feel the bad is constantly outweighing the good and pulling all the good down so that the experience isn't as enjoyable as it could be. When I talk about Modern Warfare 2 and even Black Ops Cold War having a ton of potential, that's what I see. Is I see the good there, but it consistently gets pulled down by the bad. And that's the difference between what we had in the past. Was, yes, there were things like noob tubes and Second Chance Pro and Ghost Pro, but as bad as those were, everything else contributed to such a better game that it didn't weigh the game down that much. Sure, it led to some frustrating moments, it led to some frustrating play sessions, but overall, when you think back to these games, you think back on them fondly because of the experiences you were able to share. Because these games had a real thriving community, and I feel as if the Call of Duty community is coming back to support them. We see this because the Call of Duty titles are the top selling games right now on Xbox. Microsoft already doing good for their own investment by propping these games up, putting them on sale, and then reaping the benefits of having healthy servers again. The Call of Duty community wants to support Call of Duty. They just haven't been given a reason enough to support it consistently because the games have not met the expectations of the community. And you see just how little a little bit of goodwill goes within this community. People are willing and are ready to flock towards a Call of Duty project that is going to be good. There is so much missed revenue in Modern Warfare 2 in the modern era that it's not even funny. I guarantee you if Activision retroactively was able to change the code and be able to put microtransactions into these older Call of Duty games, they'd reap some benefit from it. They'd make some money because the games are good and people are willing to put money into a game they like. The problem now is the games aren't made to be good games. They're made to generate revenue. And that's where we get down to the core differences between the modern era and the legacy era. Is the legacy era was all about good game design, was about giving you reasons to continue to playing instead of consulting an algorithm every single time you're making a decision to try to optimize it to retain your attention. The game design retained your attention back in the legacy era. The interactions with the community retained your attention back in the modern or in the legacy era. Whereas today, they've ripped that away from the game, and instead what we're left with is a soulless, identityless game. And this is what I've been hammering on for the last several months. And it only gets exemplified more when I have the opportunity to go back to a healthy, thriving legacy game like Modern Warfare 2 or Black Ops 2, and I get to see what those games had to offer. Because the offering is fantastic. It's what I've been looking for from Call of Duty. And as much as I think that a Modern Warfare 2 remastered is a lazy decision, it might be the right decision. It might be the right path forward so that Activision can right the ship and get the new Call of Duties on board with what the older Call of Duties were doing. I'm not ready for a Modern Warfare 3 that's just going to be a reenactment of Modern Warfare 2 with a few more things. It's going to be a $70 expansion pack. That's what Modern Warfare 3 is going to be. I'd prefer us to go back, revert back to what worked during the best era of Call of Duty, during the era where Call of Duty was on top. I don't care about sales numbers. I care about community retention. I care about where this community used to be because we're seeing glimpses of it. We're seeing how healthy the community once was with the way people are going back to play these games. So don't tell me the community's better today than it was yesterday. Because it's not. It has the potential to be. You have lots of people that would love to support Call of Duty like they used to, but they have no incentive to because Call of Duty has consistently bogged down their product. So I hope that the renaissance of Call of Duty has woken some people up over at Activision, over at Microsoft, and shows them that this is the type of Call of Duty this community wants. This is what a thriving Call of Duty looks like. Imagine what you could do with a community that is this invested into your product. Think how much money you could make. Think how many great things you could do with a community like this. So yes, this is a little bit more of a departure from my regular ranty content, but I'm seeing a lot of positive here for the first time in a long time. And I'm very hopeful that the future of Call of Duty takes a little bit from its legacy, looks back on what worked to then help it be the best it can be moving forward. But that's it for today's video. I want to hear your thoughts on this. What do you think of Call of Duty bringing back some of these older games? What do you think of the community going back to these older games and enjoying them and providing them a thriving experience for the community? What do you think of all this? Let me know with a comment down below. And as always, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. If you want to see more videos from me, please hit the subscribe button. Just past 2,000 subscribers, so thank you very much for that. And I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.